Okay. So today we'll start about interview questions. Just we are making a
Yes.
question. Sometimes also providing the answers. And these particular interview questions might be useful for your interviews of order management. I am focusing currently on order management, but some of the things even will make it out some more separate videos for the procurement, for the product management, and also for inventory.
Inventory
So
management.
today let us focus on SCM, SCM order management things. So def- see usually how the interviewer will check our ability or our what you call our knowledge is first they will start from generic questions. What I meant by generic is they may ask the questions on general setups of SCM before
Okay.
jumping into the cloud or order management. They may ask some of the questions on general setups. So I can say what prerequisites, what setups are needed to start your order management in the cloud. So for that, what I have to do, what kind of answer you are going to give is, so it will be like ledger, legal entity, business unit, what is the assignment of business unit, and what are the functions business unit will do, and then under the business unit, how many inventory arcs you created, how many sub inventories you created under each inventory arc, and if you want to create the inventory, what are the prerequisites are required. We know that we require the item organization, we require the schedule. Under the
Schedule.
schedule, how we are going to define facility to shift, facility to workday pattern, and what you call the holiday
Schedules.
exceptions. Yeah,
Yes.
and all these things put together become the schedule. And especially for schedule, the in order management, especially the what you call the range will be 445 544 4. That way you have to take, you should not take like a 12 months like that. Okay, that is
Yes.
the minimum what you call the concentration you have to keep while defining your schedule. Okay, and then after schedule, and then we are going to create the sub inventories. In the sub inventories, we may require three or four or multiple, doesn't matter. But again, the sub inventory, the area, if you want to utilize the area in an effective manner, you can create the locators also.
Yes.
Okay, so these are the basic setups, not only for order management, even for procurement,
Procurement,
also
inventory management.
inventory management also. Okay, so this is the generic view of first question, and we'll go for next question. Basically, if you want to start your cloud, what user setups are needed? What are the types of users we have, and how to differentiate those users? Is we needed two users. One is functional consultant user or implementation user. Those are same, and another one is employee user. Sometimes the functional user become the what you called uh, admin user. Admin user means admin persons, what they will do usually generic way in a layman language, they may create the users, they may add the roles, they may delete the roles, they may
Okay.
log the user, and all kind of activities of DBA will do these kind of things. Sometimes the functional user also act as a admin user. So what is, if you want to become the functional user, if you want to become the functional user in the Oracle Cloud, what kind of roles are required? We need only one role is enough. That is application implementation consultant.
Consultant.
If you have a manager, then manager activities is earlier days. If you take the R11, R12, the time the peoples are using project what you call status,
Creation.
project creation. What is the project status? How many modules are there? How many under this module how many tasks are there, this task who is what you call conferring, what is the status, when it was
Okay.
started, when it will be ended. So all kind of statistics they are doing from the Oracle Cloud. So for to get the statistics of the your project, we need a application implementation manager. But
Manager.
if you have that, you can create your project. Under the project, you have to add the modules, and each module you have to assign to the person, and each person, I mean, whenever the person will start, it will show the statuses whether it started, completed, or progress like that. And for that particular project, we have we have a BIP reports. We have a report, serial reports, I guess. I mean, I'm just guessing that maybe from the serial reports we can pull the data so that we can find out what is the statistics of your project. And next one is the important is IT security manager. When you have that IT security manager, then your functional user can become the admin user. Means the user can create the user for others. He can add the roles, he can delete the roles, he can reset the password. All these activities can be do using the security console. That is
Console.
the IT security manager, generic what you call the day-to-day activities. And then
Okay.
what is employee user? Employee user is doesn't have any access of the configuration. We are not supposed to give the configuration access to the employee user. Employee user have a what you call the hands-on activities on the transaction screens. Transaction
Okay.
screens only he can use that, he can use their business. So for employee user, we need a job roles. So job roles
Okay.
based on his job, based on his department, based on his designation, what job roles are needed, those job roles will be appended, appended to the employee user. So how to create that? Using manage users, we are going to create the employee user, and then that particular manage user link we are going to map with the security console. So
Okay.
why security console is needed is to visualize or not visualize, to visible of your roles, what and all roles which you have. For that, what and all roles you need to add and what to delete, for that security console is needed. Okay, but in the employee we can see only job roles, and also we can see the employee role. Employee role, what is the significance of that is that employee role will come based on the person type. So there are the in the company we can see the contract employees, we can see the permanent employees, sometimes we can see
Yes.
only hourly based employees also.
Hourly based
Okay,
employees. Okay.
so based on their person type, the auto provision rules will be provided by the Oracle. That auto
Okay.
provision is nothing but employee role. When you have this employee role, then system will allow to run your concurrent programs, ESS jobs.
Okay.
Okay, so this way you can differentiate your functional user and employee user. Employees means the users are of this project.
Okay.
Who is going to end user? Employees are nothing but end user. Functional user is
Okay.
not end user. He just configure the system, and after couple of days or a couple of years, he will leave the company. But employees won't leave. Employees is the end user. So that way you can give the what you call differentiation between these two. And then
Okay.
coming to what are another question on basics. Any idea? Anything from your side?
Before starting an implementation project,
Hmm.
how the process is.
Yeah. See, now, yeah, coming to that, that is also one kind of thing. See, there are in the cloud, we are going to saw what you call two kind of segments. One is implementation segment and support segment. In the implementation segment, how this exactly the flow will work. So it has the four phases. So requirements will be collected by the team of your project. So either mostly functional team or there are a lot of people will be present. Then after connecting the requirement, then they will start the CRP build. CRP means the
Okay.
first stage. So there what they will do as per the requirements. See, sometimes business requirements cannot able to understand. So what they will do, they will convert into functional requirements. So
Okay.
there may be some kind of stories will be there, or maybe one line kind of requirements are there. So to understand this one in a depth manner, they will convert into functional requirements. Okay, after that you start your CRP build. So simultaneously, when you are building the CRP, and also we are going to prepare the BR100 documents. And once your CRP has been done, then this particular CRP has to be signed by some persons, either internal or business or whoever. I don't. So we need to get a sign. Sign means like whether your configurations are working as per the functional
Okay.
requirement or business requirement. So that way we will validate our configurations. Then if you feel those configurations everything will be same, and then we'll move to the SIT. So these CRPs, it might be one, two, multiple, because each module wise we have a separate CRPs. For example, in a company, in the project, we are using some four modules. One is HCM, one is procurement, one is inventory, one is order management, and one is let us say product management. So
Okay.
each module wise maybe separate consultant will be there.
Okay.
It may be, or maybe one person can handle multiple, like that. There is a kind of scenarios also. So in the CRPs they may use the one instance, but the build preparation might be it will take for order management, maybe it will maybe they maybe one consultant. That guy will be, it is a, we will call it as a CRP1 for order management. Similarly,
Okay.
CRP1 for procurement. Similarly, CRP1 HCM. Like that, we will decide. We will give the some nomenclature so that we'll find out how much time it has been taken, how many configurations has been completed, whether it has been signed off, all kind of stuff we are going to discuss in the CRPs. See, a
Okay.
CRP major idea is you build your system as per the requirement. Then once you build the system, you need to validate the system whether it is working or not. Okay. Then after that SIT. SIT is the another instance, system integration testing. What they will do, whatever things which we have done individual here, everything we are going to test with the business scenarios. End to end you will be working or not. When you start from the order, once you create the order will goes to shipping, order will goes to invoice, order will goes to payment, order will goes to what you call AP, GL, all kind of stuff.
Lick. Yes.
GL, general ledger, I mean postings. So
Yes.
this all continuous flow is working or not, we are going to verify in the SIT. Then one SIT will be sign off. SIT, whatever CRP configurations you have done, that configurations will move to SIT and will start the complete workflow
Okay.
testings. Those testings will do by our team, means our folks. Then UAT. UAT is a user acceptance testing. Their business will do the complete testing and they will evaluate whether system will be working or not. That is another instance. We used to have, for example, any project if we take, we have a four instances are mandatorily required. One is CRP instance, we'll used to call as Dev one, development one. Next one is
Okay.
development 2, that is SIT. Next one is
Yes.
test instance, that is a UAT. Next one is
UA.
production instance, is the live instance.
Live streams.
Okay, these are the phases which we have. And in these phases, what kind of documents the folks can prepare. Training documents can prepare test cases, scenarios, and then BR100 documents. Okay, and then sometimes they may conduct some trainings to the users. That kind of videos also they will what you call prepare it. And also cutover documents. Cutover documents means project people will do, project managers. And what are the initial plans? All
Okay.
these, whatever I'm telling, as per the CMM level, these documents will hand over to the project end user. So once your build has been run to the production, these documents they will ask, these documents we need to give to the end users. Okay. So there are multiple plans. What is the initial plan? Each module wise, what is the plan and who is working? What are the deadlines we have? How many things? So these are like project plans will be there. Okay. And this is some brief about implementation and support. Support when it will start, when the build has been moved to the production. So in the production, business peoples can find out some errors. Errors means they can't able to proceed their business. They can't able to create some kind of stuff into the cloud. So what they will
Okay.
do, they are going to raise the bugs, defects into the service now. So there are a lot of supporting tools are there
Tools.
to
Okay.
raise the defects. So usually in my company we are using the service now. So when
Okay.
you in using service now, when you raise the bug, system will provide this bug will be assigned to whom, who is the functional consultant. So like that,
Mm.
system will give the options with for order management maybe X person, for PM Y, for product Z. Like that, the names will display. That name they will select by the user, and then they will create the defect. Moment once they will
Okay.
create the defect, automatically system will trigger an email. Emails will come to our inbox.
Right. It's okay.
Okay. So if you have a service now license, you go to there and we can verify what defects has been raised. So one by one we have to take and fix the bugs. So usually what kind of bugs you can see? Overall way we can divide it into L1, L2, L3. Okay.
Okay.
That way L1 will be high priority and high severity. We have to fix it very fast. L2, L3. L2 is something like 1 day or 1 day you can take and you can fix. L3 will be like 1 or 2 days you can take and you can fix it. So each and every level of bugs having SLA. SLA means
Okay.
like we need to
Service
fix
level.
service level agreement. So we need to
Okay.
fix within the time. If it is not, then escalation will happen to your manager.
Uh, okay.
Sometimes even in the post go live support, we are going to do some enhancement request also will come. Means that enhancement they are not done in the implementation. Maybe they want some kind of uh, functionality, still they want more. That time
Okay.
what they will do, if the functionality is not present in the production, they will make one enhancement request. Enhancement request means it is a small kind of development. Again
Okay.
for that, again for the piece of that one, then we'll start the small what do you call small CRPs, and then SIT, UAT, and then production. That is a small piece. So small piece, maybe we not require CRP and SIT. It will require some kind of testing. Testing we have to do by functional consultant and also business user, and finally it will agree. Then we'll move this piece of code to the production. Okay, that is enhancement requests. Are you getting?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, and then post go live, we have a hypercare. Sometimes hypercare means like 1 week. It may be like a video conference, uh,
Okay.
boardroom kind of things will be there. So morning it will start from 8 and it will be maybe 6, depends upon the timings. So it will be completely video conference. So directly, like, whenever they are going, I mean, users, let us say 100 or 1000 users are there. So sometimes
Okay.
directly they can't able to log in the system. Even they can able to log in, and they have some kind of, normal issues which are
Yes,
high
yes.
priority issues, but which for us it will be very simple issues.
Simple
So
issues.
yeah, those kind of things we are going to give the answers on fly.
Okay.
Okay, so that is hypercare, and then it will start the support. So these are the two phases will be there everywhere in the ERP or wherever the development will be going on. And we'll come to the actual technical questions for order management.
Order management.
Okay,
Okay.
so first question is, what job roles has been required for order management? So we have
Okay.
order entry specialist. So that I don't want to give explanation, just I am going
Okay.
to frame the question so that we'll understand. Okay, so what job roles are needed for the order management to start the transactions, to start, what do you mean by start means to validate your transactions, to,
Effective.
yeah, to start your business. So order entry specialist, order administrator, order manager, pricing administrator, pricing analyst, and pricing uh, specialist,
Pricing
uh,
manager.
pricing
Manager.
manager. And then these are the pricings, and for global order promising also we required something GOP. I don't know, we have to verify that. Might be
Okay.
some role is required for GOP, and also for inventory and warehouse manager, warehouse operator, and then inventory manager. Okay, receiving agent, shipping manager. So all these
Yeah.
are the roles which are required for your order to till shipping,
Okay.
order, pricing, GOP, picking, shipping. Okay,
For GOP also job role is there. GOP.
I think actually, let me see that.
Okay.
Maybe, or I don't know. We'll see that.
Okay. Sure.
I think supply chain. I did not remember, but I will explore that. And mm, what else, man? In between, I missed out some flow. Okay, that's fine. Okay, those are the job roles, and then data access, reference data set, inventory organizations. So all kind of stuff we are going to give in the data access level. So once we
Yes.
have these all those things, then you are eligible for to create the audits, to validate the things, and to see the workflow. That is one kind of question they may ask. And then they may ask, see, for example, I have a system. So
Okay.
I was having the price I have defined based on item wise. So let us
Okay.
say my items are 50,000 items are there. So every monthly my prices has to be changed.
Okay.
So how we are going to handle this? So we have price list FBDA loader. So you need to download
Yes.
the template and fill the system, fill the what you call price, and then how import into the system. How to import? So there are some interface programs and base programs are there. What in by interface is, once you prepare your FBDA file, we need to convert into CSV.
Okay.
Like once you click on save and close, it automatically system will generate a zip file, CSV file. Then
Okay.
load interface file for import. That is a program name.
Okay.
Here's a job. Load interface file for import.
Face file for
Load
info.
interface file for import.
Import.
Okay.
Okay.
So using that, you just select your what do you call, once you run this program, then system will ask two parameters.
Okay.
What is the program name? What for which program you are adding this particular CSV? So let us say price
Okay.
list. We have some kind of name is there. You select that particular name, and then you select your file. Then click on submit. So what system will do is system will move your complete data from your CSV to the interface tables.
Okay.
Interface tables. And then again, we need to run one more program like a for price list. Let us say for item, we need to run item import. For price list also
Item.
something is there. Yeah, price list also something is there. Once you run that, then automatically the interface table data will move to the base table data.
Okay.
So in between, if the system finds some kind of errors, it will throw errors on you, and we need to fix that, and we need to rerun the programs. Okay. So
Okay.
this is the everyday process, and load uh, d- uh, load data for file load data file for import. Then we need
Okay.
to select your program name and CSV file. Then first step will be the data will be moved to the interface tables. Second step will be interface to base tables.
Okay.
See, this is the one way FBDA loader, but sometimes for some of the system, some of the screens will allow spreadsheet loader. Spreadsheet loading means
Okay.
directly from the system, we have some option to download that spreadsheet into your local machine and fill the data and upload that. That is also one kind of data loader.
Okay.
Spreadsheet loader, ABDA loader. These two will be supported by the system.
Okay.
And then for order management, what are the setups which are required? See, let us say
Okay.
now manage order management parameters. In that one, item validation is required. Preparer, who
Repeat.
is
Yes.
preparer is required for dropship flow,
Dropship.
and item validation for whatever items which you are defining. Those items wanted to bring into the OEM. So you have to validate, you have to give the what is the item organization value with respect to your
Okay.
B. That is item
Okay.
validation. And remaining are all optional, but these are most important. And anything else? Nothing in that. Then you come to supply financial flow. There also we need to give the your item validation. And what else is there? Yeah, pricing. If you go for pricing, no, or not pricing, order types. When you want to define your order types, we have a lookup. There you have to select the order type. What are all order types which you have in a system? You can define those list of values. Okay, and then pricing segment. If you want to define that, also you can define in the pricing lookups. Okay,
Okay.
and yeah, now when you start your order creation, what
Okay.
and all prerequisites are required? We require customer has to define.
Item.
We require BU has to be defined. We require item has to be defined.
Item.
Items are two types. One is service item. One is
Service item.
stockable
Stock.
items.
Stockable item.
Okay. So these all items has to be defined in the product management. How we are going to
Okay.
define that items? So what kind of prerequisites you need? So when you want to create the item into the cloud, we need an item class. We have to define your template, and the item class we need to give a access for the specific user, so that
Specific user.
product manager, uh, what is that role? Product manager or
Product manager.
for product manager, we have to provide this item organization, inventory organizations, what and all we are associating. Those things has to provide that. And templates means like
Okay.
whether you are creating the item for FZ or for purchasing for what you called kit item. There are a lot of templates are there. Whichever template you want, you just you just what you call duplicate and append to your organizations. So once you have
Okay.
that, come to PM, create the item, and then associate that item to organization,
Organizations.
and
Okay.
then also we need to associate the item to the category. So if you are not associated, what system will do? System will take default categories and it will append to your item. So you,
Okay.
how to differentiate item, service, and stockable means for service item there is no stock, inventory will be no, then that will be a service. And sometimes items are also only shippable. We don't want to do billable. That also we can control using the parameters. So when assume that we have taken one item, we added a stock, but for that
Okay.
item I want to create the order. So what we need to do is we have to first run the collection data. Collection data
Okay.
will collect the data from various interfaces, from from customers, from UVMs if you define any new, and also you can collect the data of the item and organizations and reference objects. So like that there are multiple parameters are there. So which
Okay.
parameter you want to select, but usually collect planning data will be run by automatically, auto schedule will do. So there are two things there. One is net change, target change. Target change means if you want to pull the data from
So
day one
start the
onwards.
time.
Day one onwards
Okay.
means when you started your instance, from the day to till date, you want to pull the data, you want to interface the other module data with planning and with order management. So we need to select the target. And when you select the net change, incremental change. Okay.
Okay.
So schedule, usually they will schedule all the parameters and then they may run this particular program either 1 hour or 2 hours or per day uh, per one time in the day. So we can schedule as per that. So what system will do, every as per the time and as per the date, system will run this program and system automatically will collect the things. Okay. After collecting the things, then we have to define your GOPs, ATP rule. ATP rule we have three kind of things. So if you are taking infinite base, if you are taking infinite base, that is just select that. We don't find any parameters under that. Then you can give your organization level or item and combination level or category level like that. Okay, that is ATP rule. And GO and sourcing rule is from which source you wanted to pull the stock for your item,
Stop.
either for transfer from, either you are transferring from another arc to one arc to another arc, or you are buying from, or you are make it from. These are the three kind
Okay.
of combinations you can find out in the sourcing. Okay, so after that, once you define the sourcing, then you need to append the sourcing rule to the assignment set. So for global,
Okay.
there are finding a lot of options there. Whenever the particular rule will be global, then the global rule will be used to ship the material to the customer from so and so organization.
Okay.
That is a global rule significance. Remaining rules will be either transfer from, buy from, that that you can define as per your requirement and then append into the assignment set. After that, this assignment set, we need to map with the manage administrative profile.
It's the profile. Okay.
Then you have to map your assignment set for MSP default. Then your GOP setup will be proper and system will start the scheduling, reservation, all kind of stuff in order management based on the DOO, dist-
Okay.
distributed order
Distributed
orchestration.
orchestration. Okay.
Okay, now I created item, I made a GOPs, and also we need to run refresh and start
Correct.
order promising.
Order promising server. Okay.
Okay, so now I felt everything we have done. Now you go even customer also I define, and also I define the pricing. For pricing, what and all steps we are following: price list, if you have a discount list, and if you have a return list, and then
Return price list.
pricing segment, and then customer profile, and then all these things, all these whatever individual prices are there, we need to pull into strategy, and then finally strategy with assignment. Okay,
Yes, yes.
so that way we can define your pricing. So once you have pricing, customer, item, then come to order, select your BU, select your customer, and then select your item. So once based on the item, system will pull the price from the price list
Price from the
strategy.
price list.
So once you submit the order, what system will do? When your GOP is proper, system will start based on the
Start.
item attribute.
Right.
If the item attribute is back to back is no, and shippable is yes, there are a lot of parameters are there, right? So
Yes.
if it is back to back is no, if it is stockable, uh, stockable, then system will start
System
scheduling,
based
reservation,
scheduling
then
reservation. Awaiting shipping.
awaiting shipping, then awaiting billing,
Awaiting billing.
closed.
Closed.
These are the standard statuses we will find in the order level,
Line level.
line level. Sorry. So once line will be closed, then from order management, so representative,
Okay.
some who will create the orders, order entry
See.
specialist or sales representative. Because see, whenever, for example, let us say generic way I'm telling, say you
Okay.
given one customer to one company.
Okay.
Okay, so company also will pay some commission to you, sales
Okay.
representative. So salespersons, some commissions also will be there sometimes. So that also
Okay.
we can incurred into our order management. And then finally, once you create the order, then the flows will be there. So what amount has to be paid by the customer. So in this amount, sometimes we'll add transport cost, we'll add this commissions, and we'll add margins. All these put together, finally, we'll make an invoice, and then based on the invoice, we'll expect this particular amount from the customer. Okay,
Okay.
that is talkable. And we saw like various flows we have. For example, let us say one more question. I wanted to bring some separate fields, separate new fields, which are not present in the system, so that we
Okay.
can pull out from the EFF. EFF is
Yes.
another setup, extensive flex fields. So there, if you go there, we have a, for header you want fields, for line level you want to fields, we have a code, EFF code.
Okay.
So there we have to set up the things. Once you set up that, then those things will appear in our order management. That particular screen, that particular attributes you can use for your day to day. I mean, you can use in the order management screen. So
Okay.
EFF is the area where you can define what fields, extra fields we need. Okay,
Okay.
and
Yes.
CFF how we will define. So EFF also will be similar like a KFF, not similar exact like a KFF, but EFF like I'll show to you one time. But once you define your list of sorry, various attributes,
Okay.
after that we need to deploy that EFF field. If you deploy it, then only your various attributes, various fields, whatever you are expecting, those will be deployed in the database. Then those
Okay.
attributes will appear in your additional
Yeah.
information. It won't appear directly in the header. It will appear in the, if you go to actions, additional information, there you can find out.
Okay.
Okay. And then sometimes they may ask what is the order to cash flow. We have to tell in a proper way.
Okay.
That is a basic question maybe asked. May
Yes.
ask. And yeah, and if you, what are the flows we have? Dropship flow, back to back buy, back to back transfer, and back to back make. So
Okay.
you are in a position to give at least one or two. If they ask what kind of flows we are using, you can tell either at least two flows in our company.
Okay.
So in a
Okay.
position to explain end to end, from end to end, you need to explain that one. Okay, and then approval flows. Approval flows are also there. So
Okay.
like you created one system engineer or one junior has created the order, but
Okay.
order has to be verified by the manager. So manager has to approve. Then only the
Yes.
remaining activities will start. So for that, we need to define the approval. We have approvals directly. We can define your approval either single approver, job level, position level, group group of people's approval. So like that. Similarly, in the procurement, how it is system will be supporting. Same way here also will support. Okay, and mm, yeah. So approval will start once you added the approval. Then in the order management, we need to enable that particular approval option. Otherwise, approval won't trigger.
Okay.
And see, once you create the order, once you submit the order, based on the condition of your amount or
Approval.
whatever, approval will start.
Yes.
So the order status will goes to pending for approval. Once you approve that, so order header will be in processing. Order lines will be start the status, various
Schedule.
status, schedule, reservation, all kind of stuff.
Reservation. Okay.
Okay, and what else, man? Let me pause here. Pause the. See, they may ask. See, we have a order entry specialist or an administrator or a manager.
Okay.
Can we
Okay.
merge into one? We can. We can create the custom role, but that kind of activities will be done by the security consultant. So we are not doing. But yeah, we can make it.
Okay.
But these are sufficient. We don't require any other more. Not next.
Okay.
Come on, ask. Back to back by flow if you want to have. I'll give some brief. See the in the attribute back to back should be by. Okay.
Okay. Before that, I have one question. If we opt infinite schedule, we no need to define that sourcing rule assignment set, right?
Now we have to define
We have to
sourcing
define.
rule. We have see if it is a stockable order. So the
Okay.
sourcing rule we have to make a global.
Okay.
Transfer from where? See the ATP rule will be useful for scheduling.
Okay.
Yeah, I think yeah, that's correct actually. Sourcing
Stockable.
rule sourcing rule is not required. Yes, you try that. You
Okay.
only just infinite base. Just from
Okay.
where this particular scheduling, all those things are happening, then might be the sourcing rule is not required for infinite base. Yeah, yeah, it is correct.
Okay.
Only just
Okay.
infinite base ATP rule create, then system will automatically take care of your shipping, all those things. What next?
And that back to back by.
Back to back by in the item parameters, we have to see the planning, MRP planning, and back to
Okay.
back should be yes, and
Okay.
remaining will be as it is. Shippable. There are two parameters. Inventory has to be, if it is inventory stockable, you have to keep that. And then these three, four parameters you have to observe. Then you back to back buy means what will happen is generally we are buying the material from the supplier. Then after buying, the material will come to your inventory. Then after that, you are shipping this material to the customer.
Actually, what is the main purpose that back to back by?
See, main purpose is you don't have stock, man. You don't have material. So you got a order
Okay.
from so and so X person. Okay, let us assume
Okay.
you got an order from India.
Okay.
Okay, but you are buy you don't have stock, but you need to buy the material, but you are buying the material from maybe US or UK.
Okay. Okay.
So the supplier told, I don't want to ship to the India. I'll only
Mm.
ship to the US.
Yes. Okay.
So what you will do? Maybe you have one organization in the US, or no, no. Mm, huh, maybe, yeah. What you will do is, you may you are happy to get the material from the supplier to your
Okay.
organization, and then from the organization you are going to ship the material to India. India means like
Yeah.
here, India will be again another what you called inventory.
You.
It is not like that. That is not a correct scenario. What is the scenario is,
Okay.
so you are expecting the material from the supplier. That material always we want to receive into your organization.
Okay.
After that, then you are shipping this material to customer. First, I will buy man. So I
Mm.
know the demand. For example, let us say laptops. I know this month we have a demand. Okay, I got a
Okay.
demand
Okay.
saying that some thousand laptops they want. So what I will do, instead of manufacturing that, maybe I don't have a manufacturing unit. What I will do, I'll buy from the supplier, and then
Okay.
let us say I got each laptop $100. I'll what you call ship the material or sell to the customer maybe $200, $300 based on demand.
Okay.
But back to back buy, always we are receiving the material to our inventory.
Inventory. Okay.
Okay, so why we need to receive is, that is the scenario. Maybe they want to add some label, maybe they want to do something on that, who knows.
Okay.
See, now let us say I purchase some 1 lakh laptops. After,
Okay.
let us say my company is something like a what do you call charcoal laptops or whatever, whichever laptops brand I want to add the brand. I want to give the
Okay.
logo on the plate of the laptop.
Okay.
Okay, I want to do some stickering for the laptop, or
Okay.
what do you say? Okay, I bought it. Then the what you call see, to attract the people, they will do a lot of things, right?
Yes.
uh, just they will do that, and $100 they want to get the $200 margin.
Okay.
So that is what, just buy that material. Maybe that material they may use into the internal manufacturing, or if it is FZ, then they will do some stickering or whatever tinkering.
Sticker.
Then
Okay.
after that they will ship the material to the customer. Okay, for this what we have to do is, the parameter has to be back to back is S, and default
Yes.
external something is there, that also be internal, external will be there, that has to be external. Then you create the order. So
Okay.
for this we have to make the sourcing rule. Sourcing rule is
Okay.
important, and the ATP rule anyhow it will be there. Sourcing rule, what you have to do, first sourcing rule, you are making a global. So
Okay.
we, in that one, in the global, we are selecting buy from so
Buy
on
from.
supply.
Okay. Supply.
That is the first sourcing rule. Second
Okay.
sourcing rule, what it will do? Second sourcing rule also global. That sourcing rule, we are putting our organization transfer from
Okay.
which organization. So one sourcing rule is a global sourcing rule. There the parameter is buy from, and another
Okay.
sourcing rule is the global. There the parameter
Global
is transfer from,
transfer.
and these two will be mapped with assignment set. Then for that item does not require any stock.
Okay.
Okay. So moment once you create the order based on the item parameters, system will start the DEVO process if it is sealed.
New.
So in
Okay.
seeded delivery process, what will do system will start first scheduling. Just now to what you call sense the what is the organization we are going to use for shipping the material.
Shipping the
Then
material. Okay.
then after that, then after that, what system will do? Uh, yeah, tell me.
Procure.
Purchasing will start. Procure. I mean, that is
Procure.
procurement.
Yeah.
So in the
Yes.
procurement, purchase acquisition, PO, and then receive the material.
Yes. See the material.
Okay. I think for back to back buy, the score order will generate or not. I'm having some
Here in
doubt.
back to back by ASN is not generated, right?
Yes and no.
ASN.
It is just we
Okay.
need to receive physically materials to your location.
So here no need to define ASN.
No, no, no need. Receive expected shipments. We have to task receive expected shipments and put away put away our inspection based on the receiving routing. We have a standard inspection direct, right? If it is a direct,
Yes.
then receive expected shipments is enough so that the material will come to your inventory, your organization. If it is a standard,
Okay.
we need to do two transactions: receive expected shipments and then put away transaction.
Put
If
away
it is the
transaction.
inspection, receive it, do the inspection with separate screen, and then finally receive the material through put away. So
Okay.
once you will do the put away, that particular quantity will append to your inventory. I mean, it will show in the on hand quantity in the inventory. Then later we need to do the shipping.
Okay.
So that is a back to back buy.
Here PO system will generate auto
PR will
generated
generate,
PO.
PR will generate.
Okay.
PR for PR, what and all required? Here we have to, they may ask, we have to make the common requisition BU configuration, common procurement BU configuration,
Procurement
the
via
common
configuration.
procurement BU configuration. We need to add the buyer. Okay,
Okay.
the buyer has to be present, and some of the checkboxes has to be enabled. So if the agreement, if that
Okay.
item and supplier having agreement, then
Okay.
once PR has been created, system automatically creates the PO. If you don't
PO.
have agreement, then we have to process the PR manually, then I mean convert into PO, then you know do the receiving. In the receiving, receive the expected shipments. Their receiving agent access will be required. After receiving, then the stock will be present in our inventory. From the inventory, you can ship the material to the customer.
Okay.
What next?
Here the order line status. What line
That is
status?
what I said.
Back to
No,
back. Schedule
procurement will start,
and
then
procurement will start. Then receipt.
receiving will be once receipt, then shipping. That is what SCO
Shipping.
will generate, man. Here for back to back buy, system will generate the SCO order,
Okay.
supply chain order. So
Okay.
that is some unique number will come. If you go to supply chain planning, once you
Okay.
take this particular number, then system will show what and all steps will be triggered. Once score
Okay.
completed, then system will automatically transfer that particular all status to the normal order.
Okay.
Okay, in the score, PR, PO, then receiving, then shipping. Once shipment has been done, then system will transfer that particular score number to the order management. Then order management will move further to billing.
Okay.
So just verify that one of the Nana uh,
Videos. Okay. I'll
way is
verify
there.
that.
So
Yeah.
back to back buy, just you just concentrate. Back to back buy and drop ship.
In
These two you
back to
can,
back buy and back to back transfer both are
not
same.
required,
Or,
man. Just listen. If you
okay.
if you see now, you will forget. Just you concentrate, drop ship, and then back to
Back to
back
back
buy.
buy.
These are only
Right.
we are using.
Okay.
If they ask why they are not using transfer means we are not using. That's all.
Okay.
You don't go to beyond scope. Whatever
Okay.
whatever you result, you just concentrate on those things only. If these things, if
Okay.
any kind of question will come, fatafat we have to give the answer.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. I think that is sufficient now. So this one you just prepare well. Tell me about yourself is very very important. So there only they will
Mm.
decide. You have to be very fast. Don't like very slow like a tortoise.
Okay.
People never
Okay.
accept.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Confidence levels, clarity, and move fast. Bit fast. Not fast like the other express. You should be like you should not like give the that much gap between one sentence to another sentence.
Okay. It will be fast and clear.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, all right then. We'll wind up. So this one I'll
No,
post it to you. Thank
okay.
you.
Okay. Thanks.